productive session.
Yeah.
It's nice to
No,
just kind
yeah.
of sit around and chat a little bit.
So what's new with you?
Yeah.
Talk about things and figure out where we're at.
I feel bad that
Took most of last week off, ended up having to get stitches.
What?
Like I was moving some stuff.
The other one won't turn on, and it's like,
Is there a light switch on the wall?
Earbud in.
Yeah.
So they're encouraging people both ways.
That's a good idea, the one earbud.
Yeah.
Good evening.
We need one.
I do have one of those. I do. I have one by the front door.
Time.
No, well, yeah, but I think we're.
I think you just,
we're on.
he'll come.
But it's nice to plug the Christmas tree or something.
Yeah, of course, then, that,
That's been like.
Okay, we're on. George.
We'll call the Parks Commission meeting for August 15th to order. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
so moved.
Thank you. And a second, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Thank you. We need the approval of the Parks and Trails Commission meeting from July 18th. I don't know if anybody needs to take another look at that, but I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move that we approve the minutes.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the minutes from July 18th, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed, thank you. Department and commission reports. Arborist, Lisa?
I do not have anything to report to you guys this month,
All righty.
so, yeah.
Public Works, Andy?
Yeah, well, it's been business as usual in the parks, which is good. Our crew has been busy, and that's good. There's a couple of items that I'm sure you folks are all aware that we had a major mill and overlay project going on this year. Yep, Randy, in your neighborhood. A part of that project, we had, the city is building a new trail on 58th Street leading to the Oak Park Crossing Park. So the contractor made pretty good progress on that this month. There's also two new crosswalks going in, one on Nova Scotia Avenue right across from Green Twig Villas to the Lowe's, and then another right across from Autumn Hills Park to a trail leading to 56th Street, which is the Autumn Ridge neighborhood. And so, yeah, I mean, there's great progress on those and new amenities, so.
That overlays looks pretty good, plus the connections, yeah.
The
Good.
contractor did a great job.
Very nice job.
Very good contractor.
Yes.
Yep.
That's it?
That's all.
Thank you. Commission report, Carly?
So besides the council approving the change in time to 5:30 for the Parks Commission, the only other update I think that we might have is related to the trails and the crosswalk. Is I think we might on the next city council agenda have a ribbon cutting proposal for the crosswalk because it's proposed by a young resident in town. So I think that will be potentially scheduled in September depending on the council action. So we will keep you informed of that in case you all want to attend.
Cool.
All right, please keep us informed. Any visitor comment tonight? Seeing none. Public hearing, we have nothing there. Old business, is there anything anyone would like to say about the Mountain Bike Skills Park proposal follow-up? Might just mention that we had a work session, representatives from XL Energy and the mountain bike group, and commissioners got questions answered. And the next step is that the mountain bike group will be bringing in a proposal with a site-specific area in the Oak Park Crossing Park.
Is that,
Anything else?
can I ask that map that we keep on reference, is that a dated map so we can reference A as always being at A? Is that a dated, or can we put a date on this?
July 18th, the Parks Commission meeting.
I think we need to put a date on that map for, for those that are looking at our meeting. It's Site A that we're saying we can like to see some concepts on. We're very specific on the site location for the Skills Park, and I think that needs to be noted in the minutes as well as the map. It's called, what's it called, Site A, Plan A?
Plan A.
Plan A, and you say we don't need a motion, Jen, but
It's not necessary.
Georgia, was it?
I think it's
June
just
20
important to
20th
portray your
meeting
position
notes.
for future meetings. So that's
Okay, it was July 18th and June 20th notes. So in both of those previous two commission meeting agendas. Okay, we good with that? New business, the 2022 Summer Park Program update, and I suspect we have a visitor, Annie. Please tell us how the summer's been going.
Sure. I want to start off saying how much the community has even stepped up and showed me how amazing they really are. They've helped me through this whole summer, and it's been a great summer events programming. Before you, I have printed out a little PowerPoint I've put together, and we'll start with Art in the Park as one of the events. Each week I held different themes, and crafting supplies were offered for families. Approximately 1,100 people at Autumn Hills Park on Tuesdays this summer. And that number became known after counting how much supplies I had after each event, how much was left. And then we also supported 5 entertainers that were special events held different times during those weeks. On the right, you'll see how many people are in attendance. These are 97 responses, just a quick survey I've done with the community, and 36% were about 3 people that were coming to the park. Just interesting. And then also in the survey, I asked what city you were living in. And this again is out of 100 people who did the survey, but 48 were from Oak Park Heights. And we, in the surrounding areas, people come from.
Miles away, huh?
Yeah. So the first day we held journals. This was a do-it-yourself journal that the children enjoyed, and then it was to promote summer writing throughout the summer. We also had Bruce the Bug Guy come, and then the activity was bug jars. So as you can kind of guess, every time we had an entertainer come, the activity was around that same theme. And Wendy Wiggles and Chomp is the carrot over at Health Partners who came, and we made aprons, and they handed out free swag, which was wonderful. All right, moving on, we have Cruising in the Park. That was on Thursdays from 9:30 to 11. This winter, I had collected ride-ons, around 50 of them, and stored them in the hockey rink. Every Thursday, I bring them out and place them in the hockey rink, and families come and play. I love the story about the little boy on the left. Every Thursday he came, and I drew his whatever was on his shirt.
That's cool.
Bingo, I have pictures of setup. It was a full event and very much wanted and appreciated. As far as the gifts or gift cards, which the community also enjoyed, to local restaurants and other items. Pajama parties in the park were at Swaggers Park, and that was once a month. And we had a puppet show, a story time, and a stuffed animal adoption. And then Park Explorers were on Saturdays once a month over at Valley View Park. And this event will be not continuing as of the community did not respond well as it being a weekend event. And then lastly was fairies in the park. I would say this was the most, well, it was a new experience this year, and it was the one I received the most compliments on. As in the beginning, we handed out 40 fairy houses, and 38 were returned, surprisingly. I hid those over in Autumn Hills Park for all ages to enjoy, and I also had an opening reception that turned out great. We had do-it-yourself face painting, which you can kind of see how the table was set up, as well as pixie dust sand art and do-it-yourself fairy wings. The community loved it.
Yeah.
And you can see the houses. As for, oh, I also had throughout the path a build your own fairy creation, so the community that didn't, or the community members that did not receive a house could still be a part of it. And then our opening fairy creation walking into the path was donated by Kathleen's Fairies, and their slogan is "On Wheels We Fly," and they did a great job at that. All right, I tried to keep that as short. The last page was just some questions I had surveyed the community, and they just shared what their thoughts and opinions were. If you'd like to go through those.
So just off the top of your head, what'd you think of everything this summer, since it was your first year doing it?
As my first year, I was really surprised how much the community just really jumps in to help and are just so thankful. Every time I just, thank you so much, we love coming, and I really just, it was really heartwarming. And they would help, they cleaned up after themselves, they were respectful of all the parks. I mean, even having those fairy creations out really showed what kind of community we have and we live in, and we're very lucky.
Are you going to put a blurb in the newsletter highlighting what you just told us?
Jen and I can discuss further about.
I think that'd be nice for the community to know.
Yes.
A little few accolades, pat yourself on the back, and
Yeah.
picture or two, and a little short story.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Good idea.
I wonder if you could introduce yourself. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I don't either.
My name is Annie, and I was this year's Summer Parks Event Coordinator.
Okay.
And
And
this
before
my
that,
first
she was
year.
on the commission, sitting in that seat.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So what is
Good
it?
job.
There's wings in my future?
There are wings in your future.
Yeah.
Good job,
Tough
very
shoes
nice.
to fill, Tom, but,
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
no,
I was just gonna say before you were this summer part of this, another lady was, I'm blanking on her
Gina.
name. Yeah, and I used to take my kids all the time when they were younger. It was nice to have some free activity that we could do and count on and go to the park and have a snack and all that. So it's really nice, so thank you very much.
So just for those of you that have just joined our commission, the Parks and Trails Commission role, it was to interview, to accept applications and interview the candidates and make a recommendation to the city council. So the Parks and Trails Commission had an opportunity to interview Annie and thought she'd be perfect for it, so.
You did it.
And she's doing a fantastic job.
So next year, you have some new things you're going to try, according to this list?
Yes, well, looking over what suggestions from the community, I'll be looking at those and seeing what I can come up with.
Can I add one just real quickly?
Of course.
The butterfly lady. You need to do a session in the, because she came and talked to us, what, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
You got to wrap something around her of the trafficking the butterfly, the monarch. It'd really be nice for them, kids to learn that.
I will reach out to her again.
Earlier this evening, we talked about budgets.
Sure.
And I'm wondering, financially, did you have what you needed to do these events? Is the budget adequate, or?
How much can I share?
You can go ahead.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
It has come in discussion in the last few weeks. I have decided that it is the right amount. However, I am asking for a helper. It was hard not to have a helper that was actually a part of the payroll, I guess you could say. And these circumstances come under, like, if I were to get sick or just a lot of these events that need an extra person. It was tough on me to hide the 40 houses by myself.
Okay.
Right, so it'd be helpful to have like a part-time summer staff, that'd be great. And that and any other events, and if we could look as a commission, you maybe, in your planning, you can come join one of our meetings, we have a work session or something, and maybe help talk through what else you might need or
Sure,
other
I'll take it
ideas, would be
forward.
good.
Yeah.
And just so you're aware, I do have helpers right now. They just are not, they're taken out of the budget and just are not always reliable when we don't have an employee handbook written up or talked about or, discussed like an actual employee and not just a helper.
So that request or that discussion that Andy had with our finance director was incorporated into the preliminary budget documents that was already presented to the city council, and they will also be looking at that again.
Okay.
Next week, actually, on Tuesday night, they have another budget meeting, so.
So did you put together this right here, right?
Yeah.
So when you do the article for newsletters, in the bottom lines, put a postable link to this?
Oh, wonderful.
You know what I mean?
Good idea.
It's already done. And
Yeah.
You just put a link in the bottom of the story, and people can, if they want to see these 6 pages, they could do it.
Yes, easy peasy.
Well, thanks for the update,
Yeah.
and congratulations on a successful summer.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Informational. Monday, September 19th is our next meeting, 5:30, please note. And the upcoming council meeting is the 24th at 6 o'clock. Anything else, commission members? With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thanks, Annie.
Thank you.
Good job.
Great job.
I thought we had.